I've been collecting watches for about 5 years now, and within my community and within my friend groups, I've kind of become known as the watch guy, and a lot of people come to me and ask me, where should I start with collecting watches? What's a good first watch to get? And where should I start with my watch journey? So today I'm going to be answering that exact question with an incredible 3-watch collection, all totaling under $150. I'm also going to be talking about the alternatives to some of these watches, so if you want to go ahead and spend a little bit more money to get a better quality watch, I'm going to be showing you guys those options as well. Make sure to stick around to the very end of this video, as I'm going to be exposing a criminally underrated watch that most watch enthusiasts don't want you to know about, under $60. So jumping right into it, with the first watch of the $150 collection is the Casio World Time. This is the first watch of this collection, and it comes in at under $40. The Casio World Time is an incredibly durable as well as accurate watch that can track up to 4 time zones at one time. This watch has a super unique feature, as when you push the search button on it, it will actually search for a different time zone and tell you that exact time in that time zone. This watch can store up to 4 different time zones at once. All you have to do is click a different button and it can switch the time zone from Pacific Standard Time to Tokyo to London to Paris and right back to the America time super easily with just one press of a button. This watch also has standard digital Casio features like an alarm and a stopwatch. Casio is known for extremely durable and accurate watches at a great price point. This Casio World Time has been on my wrist many times and still looks perfect to this day. I opted in with the steel bracelet, which goes for a little bit over $40, but you can easily find the rubber strap for under $40, and the rubber straps are going to be even more durable than the steel straps. Just like all other Casios, this watch features a 10-year battery, which will last you up to 10 years without having to replace the battery, and once the battery does die, it's an incredibly easy process to go ahead and switch it out. This watch fits incredibly on my wrist and is comfortable all day long, but it is a little bit of a bigger form factor, and that's where this alternative Casio comes in. This is the LF20W89, and this is a very similar Casio for $40. As you can see, this one comes in quite a bit of a smaller form factor, which would definitely look great on most people's wrists. This watch is also extremely comfortable and just as accurate and durable as the other Casio I mentioned. While this watch doesn't have the World Time feature, it does have quite a few displays that shows you some really important information. This watch features digital analog hands, so you can look down and look at it just like a traditional clock, as well as the digital time. It will also tell you the day of the week, the month, and the day. These 80s style designs are timeless, and both of these are incredible offerings from Casio at under $40. The next watch up in the collection is the 98C28 Bulova Tank style dress watch. Out of my entire collection, this is my favorite vintage watch by far. I picked this thing up for $20. However, if you're not as lucky as me, you can find this all day long on eBay for about $50, and I think it's definitely worth it at that price point as well. This beautiful quartz watch has a date complication, which means it will show you which day of the month it is as well as what day of the week it is. Bulova is one of the oldest and most historic watchmakers in the entire watch industry, and to have such a cool vintage piece from them at such a cheap price is a no-brainer for me. This has become my go-to dress watch. It looks incredible with things like suits, quarter zips, and in any formal fashion. I wore this watch to a very expensive steakhouse for my father's birthday this weekend, and it fit right in with all of the other very expensive watches on other people's wrists. I even got compliments from other people thinking it was a much more expensive watch than it really was. In my opinion, your dress watch is one of the most underrated watches in your entire collection. Having a gold watch or a watch on a leather band looks really incredible with formal outfits, and ties good looking outfits together much better than most sports watches could, in my opinion. I found nearly this exact model on eBay for $50 to $60. Spend a few extra dollars and throw a really nice leather strap on this watch, and I think it looks really incredible for the price point. So buying vintage watches isn't always the easiest thing in the whole world. I'll try my best to leave a link down in the description so you guys can check out the listings I'm talking about. So I have a few alternatives, one being even cheaper than this watch, and another really incredible watch for a little bit more money that I think is worth it if you guys really like the dress style watch. So the first one being the cheaper alternative, which is the Casio Tank. Once again, Casio makes incredibly accurate and durable watches, and this Casio Tank is no exception in my opinion. While I don't personally own this watch, I've seen this watch on the wrists of other people, and I think it looks great in person. Coming in at around $30, this is an incredible watch for not very much money, and is something that I would definitely recommend picking up if you can't find a good deal on the Bulova anywhere. You can find these on Amazon all day long. While some of them might be listed as women's watches, you can find unisex models that fit men perfectly all day long on Amazon. The more expensive option option that I would definitely recommend if you have a little bit more money to spend in this category is the Seiko Essentials dress watch. Coming in at $170, you're getting in the door with one of the greatest watch brands in all of watches, that being Seiko. Seiko is one of the most beloved and respected watches in the entire industry, and to have something from them at a relatively low price is incredible. Most Seiko offerings these days are in the couple $100 ranges, ranging from $300 all the way up to a couple $1,000. So getting in the door at $170 with such a great looking watch is a no-brainer in my opinion if you like this style. Finally, the final watch on this list that you guys have been waiting for, this is the Addiesdive AD 2030. This beautiful watch features a stunning sand dial at a price point of $58. This Addiesdive features a VH31 movement, which is a mech quartz, meaning it sweeps just like an automatic watch with a quartz battery, meaning you never have to worry about the accuracy or resetting it every single day like you do with an automatic watch. This has all of the perks of an incredible quartz watch while looking like a much more expensive automatic piece. This watch features a screw down crown, which gives it 330 feet of water resistance, meaning this thing is no problem with water at all. You can take it swimming, you can bring it into the ocean, you can wash your hands with it, and you don't have to worry about it at all. I really love the VH31 movement. This has become one of my favorite watches in my entire collection because of this incredibly unique movement. I've always been a sucker of the sweep look of an automatic watch, and having something really similar to that with the accuracy and the convenience of quartz is just unmatched. Now, I picked up this Addiesdive for $60, which I think is an incredible value, but you can find this thing on Aliexpress for $58. If you're not as familiar with Aliexpress, you can pick this thing up on Amazon for about $70 and you can get next day delivery on this thing. Spending the few extra dollars to get it a little bit early could be worth it in my opinion. It is that good of a watch. I think this watch could easily get away with a $200 price tag, and for me the only downfall of the entire watch is the crystal. Going with the anti-reflective coating on a mineral crystal obviously saves a lot of money, but I think with a sapphire crystal this watch could be perfect. Now that being said, this is one of the more durable mineral crystal watches I have. One time my wrist ran right into a metal handrail right on the glass of the watch and it didn't seem to scratch it whatsoever. To me, that's a testament of how good this watch's glass really is. Let's talk about one of the most important parts of any watch, that being the watch strap. This steel watch band is really high quality and honestly is unbeaten for the price. This watch has solid end links as well as a really thin and comfortable tapered bracelet with a decent clasp. It features 5 holes for micro adjustment so you can get the fit just right. With my experience, this has been an incredibly comfortable watch to wear all day long. 36mm is the exact same size of a ton of other iconic sports watches, like quite a few Rolexes and quite a few other really expensive watches. At $58, you're getting a watch that could be easily mistaken for a $20,000 watch, and for that, I think it's a no-brainer. Now, this watch is one that I've fallen in love with over the last few months and is definitely something I would recommend anybody to pick up, but if you're looking to spend a little bit more money and jump up to an automatic watch, this Seiko Dress KX is one of the best options in my opinion. This Seiko 5, nicknamed the Dress KX, is one of the greatest watches you can get for $200. This thing is the perfect upgrade for the Addiesdive, looking incredible. This thing is very similar to the Addiesdives but is better in almost every single way. It features Seiko's in-house NH35 movement, an automatic movement that is beloved by most watch lovers. This Seiko features a day-date complication, a beautiful sweeping hand with that automatic movement, as well as an open case back so you can see that movement perfectly. This watch also features decent lume, which means it will glow in the dark after being charged by UV rays. This Seiko 5 is an incredible pickup if you're really interested in this style of sports watch. However, I would also recommend the incredible Addiesdive watch because at the price point, it is just unbeaten in my opinion. If you totaled up the price of the 3 watches I showed you today, the collection would be under $150. I think that this is an incredible starting point to see what kind of watches you really like, what styles you enjoy, and what styles you don't enjoy. In my opinion, having a few great watches is really essential. Having something for every occasion is really incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I would recommend watching my everyday carry video where I go over my everyday carry watch on the end card right now.